Hey, I'm Aja A, and welcome to Sunshine Haze. Don't forget to check out all the links that I have listed down in the description box, and if you like the video, please give me a little thumbs up. If you have any questions after the video is over, feel free to drop them down below. I try to respond to everyone. And if you all know people interested in astrology, numerology, tarot, or whatever I'm talking about on this channel, go on and send them this link. And don't forget to hit subscribe. And of course, thanks for tuning in and rocking with me. May this info help y'all live your best lives. Peace. Hey Aries, this video is for you. So that's Aries Sun, Aries Moon, and Aries Rising. Before we even get started, if you feel like what I'm saying is not resonating with you, go on and check out your Moon and or Rising sign, which I do have linked down in the description box below, okay? Alright, you guys, there's my little selenite one. To get started, the energy for this Aquarian lunar cycle for you guys is message. This is what you will be tapping into or what will be popping in for you. So with that being said, this card is popping in with this energy of a lot of you Aries, you may be receiving some unexpected information or an unexpected opportunity, some sort of surprise. Also, you may be observing things a little bit closer than you're used to, and you may notice that you're able to start kind of reading in between the lines when it comes to the things going on around you. And I'm going to talk about this in a moment. You do have the Fool card coming up in the crossing position, but I do feel like that whatever opportunity comes in, it may kind of shake you up a little bit. It may be not necessarily in a negative way, but it may definitely kind of shift things for you. And I think it's more so in regards to your perspective. This is the Aquarian lunar cycle, so we are dealing with the air energy on top of, the normal energy for the full moon. So with this message card, Aries, a lot of you may be learning something new. And when I say learning something new, I mean really learning something new, either gaining some new knowledge, gaining some new wisdom through some sort of experience. Again, some of you may literally be told some like off the wall information, or you might receive some sort of surprise. A very anticipatory energy coming up for you guys, Aries, during this month. And that's really all that I can say about the message card popping up here. I think I can talk a little bit more so about the Fool being your crossing energy. So, Aries, just like Pisces, just like Aquarius, you guys are wrapping up cycles, getting ready to come into something new, right? You have the Fool card here, which is all about either new chapters or taking a leap of faith or trying something different. Trying something different, but this is coming up in your crossing position. Or your crossing position. So what that tells me, Aries, is that for a lot of you, there may be some sort of new thing that you've come into, either like a new job, a new space, a new place, a new relationship, something of the sort that is kind of holding you back, or could possibly be something that you're not supposed to really be resonating with or dealing with, because you've got it crossing the message card. There's some sort of information coming in for you during this month, again, underneath that air energy. And Aquarius is very fast moving. Aquarius is also, if you guys know any Aquarians, they do think before they leap, but they don't really take the time to sit and consider the things that they're about to do. Like once they have the thought in their head, they decide to just go with it. So you're getting this Aquarius energy with this message card popping up here. And then you've got the Fool card crossing you, so that does tell me that either some of you don't want to move forward into your next chapter, or whatever you're in right now is holding you back from either progressing forward or growing spiritually, whatever you have going on, whatever transformation you have come into or getting ready to come into with this new year coming up for you in a couple months. This Fool card, this energy could be holding it back. I do always talk about in my readings how these crossing energies can become supporting energies for this next month, and the Fool card can very much be so. With this being a crossing energy and you having this message card popping up here, I would say that when you receive whatever information or whatever opportunity is coming in, instead of resisting the change, instead of resonating with this crossed or reversed, so to speak, Fool energy, go along with it. We are underneath an air lunar cycle. Right now is the time to take chances. Right now is the time to just, take the leap of faith, literally like on this Fool card. And you want to take the leap of faith upright as opposed to having it leaning over to the side, because then you hop off into the abyss, right? Okay, Aries, the next card that you guys have coming up in your spread is the Nine of Cups, and this is in the position of how you can kind of get into the mix here, tap into that Aquarian energy underneath this lunar cycle. This card coming up in this position, in this Fountain Tarot deck, it's a card that talks about sharing your happiness and also, and also really giving back and just being very, very open, very honest, very positive. This card coming up in this position of how you can get into the mix does tell me that a little bit of you Aries may have been resonating with your shadow side energy, which you guys know is the energy of me and I, and that's all that matters. So this coming up here in this next month, I was going to call y'all Aquariuses, but I mean in this next month underneath this Aquarius lunar cycle, Aries, you need to tap into a little bit of an energy of, okay, how can I resonate more positively with the people around me and the things that I do and in the things that I say? Again, this is an Aquarian lunar cycle, so air energy does resonate with that. Communication. So, Nine of Cups popping up here, Aries. Some of you may have been, you guys are fire, so some of you may have been in some situations where you have been speaking to people kind of off the wall. Some of you may be in, positions to where you're supposed to be working cohesively with others, and instead of doing that, you are more so focused on what it is that you want, what it is that you think you need, and how you want the outcome to turn out, as opposed to understanding that it is a team effort. This is a card about sharing your happiness. This popping up here does tell me that a lot of you maybe are more so focused on your own happiness, as opposed to the fact that we are underneath a 3-year. Happiness literally this year is dependent upon the people around us and how we are interacting with them. So Aries, during this next lunar cycle, try to come a little bit out of that I and that me. Your birthday will be coming up here soon. We will be in your lunar cycle soon, and you can have all of that back at that time. But now is the time to really start working with others, and to really start working with others in a positive way. Being more positive, literally just being nicer, and being more understanding, to be completely honest, Aries. All right, you guys, the last card that you have coming up in your spread is in the position of your soul message, and you've got all that glitters. So, ooh, especially coming up with the message here. What this tells me, Aries, is that whatever information you're going to receive is going to go one of two ways. You're either going to receive some information that completely changes your perspective on something that you were working on, or somebody that you were working with that you really looked at in a positive light. You might learn something about them that makes you look at them like, oh no, this ain't it. On the other hand, there may be an opportunity coming in for you, Aries, or some sort of person or some sort of something popping in that looks really good with this all that glitters card, but may not necessarily be that underneath the surface. So my message to you guys there with this oracle coming up in this position is think, tap into the Aquarian energy, think, be a little innovative in regards to the way that you're making your moves during this next lunar cycle. But when you see things, literally when you see shiny things, when you see something that looks good coming up in this next month, don't operate with that fire, oh, I'm just gonna go for it. Actually take a little bit of time, tap into some air, consider everything that is surrounding it, and then make your decisions. All that glitters isn't gold. That's literally what this card is saying popping up here. So there may be some things coming up for you guys that, might look really good, but you might need to think twice about, or you might need to put a little bit more consideration than you normally would into the way that you go about dealing with whatever this opportunity may be. And then again, like I said, on the other hand, you just may learn something about somebody or about something that really kind of just turns you off from what it is that you were doing. And with that being said, you're about to wrap up your year, so now is the time to get rid of all the stuff that you don't need, and now is the time to start moving and acting in ways that you would like to see yourself, routines, habits you would like to create for yourself in this next year, okay? All right, Aries, that is your reading for the Aquarian lunar cycle. If you feel like you need more clarity or you need a personal reading, go on and book one with me. You can find all of that information linked down in the description box below. And thank you guys for watching. I will see you next time.